You are watching Access LaPorte County Channel 97. Coming up next is the July 9th meeting of the Michigan City Water Works Board. You can find more information for this meeting at www.accesslaportecounty.org.
We'll call the meeting order. Today is Tuesday, July 9th. Approval of minutes from the meeting of June 25th.
I make a motion to approve the minutes of the previous meeting held June 25th, 2024.
Second.
Motion is second to approve the minutes from June 25th. Any additional discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Purchase order.
All right, for you have a list of 6 purchase orders. The first purchase order is to Ferguson for some curb stops and corporation stops for stock. This is confirming. We did place a large order for some after our last meeting, and we discovered that we were running really low, so we ordered, they had a smaller quantity in stock, so we went ahead and took them, and so we needed to get a confirming PO. The second one is to Castle Ford for a 2024 Ford utility vehicle. This would be taking the place of one of our crew trucks for $71,110. That particular crew truck is in bad shape. It's not roadworthy at this point in time. So they offered us a very small amount of money for trade-in. We have other equipment that we can bunch together and maybe do a bid auction type thing with with some of that equipment.
Okay, good.
It's really 2 options we have is to trade in equipment or to do that sort of thing where we'd have to put a public bid out or a public notice out and let people do sealed bids. So, and they had this in stock. So this one is, if this PO is approved, then it'll be part of the claims on the next, and then we'll be taking possession of it if it's all approved tomorrow would be the plan.
Okay.
The next item is to American Safety. This is CPR training. We have about 20 employees that want to get trained in CPR. So it's $1,721.
Do we have AEDs?
We do not, and I've been working with our new safety person to get that process done. Yeah, we talked about how many we need, and we've actually decided to go ahead and get a couple to put on crew trucks because those guys are out doing heavy work out in the field. So looking at some options on that. The next item is to our Auto Park Ford. This is miscellaneous repairs to truck 1, confirming there were several significant issues with the truck that were brought to our attention all at once, and so we sent it in, and they sent us the laundry list of repairs. It's not a very old truck. It doesn't have a lot of miles, so it's definitely worth putting the money into. For $4,911.50.
Okay.
The next item is to McAllister. This is repairs to the Beverly Shores generator for $4,180. And the 6th one is also to McAllister. This is repairs to the Potts Road generator for $3,700.50.
Was the Beverly Shores generator, was that just normal wear and tear?
Yeah, it's normal wear and tear. Actually, let's see. Let's see, for the Beverly Shores generator, there was an oil leak that needed to be repaired. There was an oil line that had failed. The materials for that and the labor involved, and that all adds up. Plus, they also did replace air cleaner, and they also did the performing of maintenance on the cooling system, which included replacing belts and the coolant and all that stuff. So that's what's on the list of things. They haven't done it yet, but that's what they're going to be doing to that one, and I believe they're doing comparable work. Yeah, actually, pretty much the same work. A lot of hoses and that kind of stuff getting replaced. Things that are just getting old, they're getting to the point where they're going to start failing. And since these are emergency devices, we want to have them at the ready. So that's the work to be done.
It is a good idea to do preventive maintenance and things like that.
It's better, well, I'm pretty sure that the folks that are on those booster stations will want water pressure if the power goes out.
Absolutely. I'll make a motion to accept a list of purchase orders dated 7/9/24 for a total of $92,493.
I'll second it.
Motion second, we approve the purchase orders as of July 9th. Any additional discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Claims.
Motion to approve the list of claims dated July 9, 2024.
I'll second it.
Motion second that we approve the list of claims as of July 9th. Any additional discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Bad debt list.
I'll make a motion to accept the bad debt list dated July 9th, 24 for bookkeeping purposes only.
I'll second it.
Motion second that we approve the bad debt list as of July 9th. Any additional discussion? For bookkeeping purposes only. On the question, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. All right. And approve of the adjustment to the organizational chart.
In your packet, I sent out a little explanation, a lengthy explanation of what we're looking for here. What I'm looking to do is, currently we have a superintendent, in our distribution department, a superintendent, a foreman, and a service records GIS administrative person. The administrative person doesn't have authority, but is oftentimes required to chase down documents and all that kind of stuff. But one of the things that we've run into is with only 2 supervisors, there's no backup. If there's a very small team and they have, you can see on the primary org chart, there's a lot of positions reporting to that management team. And the issue that we're running into is these folks are all over the city. We have, a crew out on one end of town, a crew out on the other end. Our meter reader is out doing his thing. Locator is all over the city, running around doing locates. And then our servicemen are wherever we have service orders. So it does present some challenges in keeping track of what folks are up to and being able to plan effectively for projects, etc. So one of the thoughts that I had, and so what I'm requesting is, what I'd like to do is, first of all, I'd get rid of the moniker of foreman and change it to supervisor. It doesn't change anything as far as dollars or cents. It's the same activities. It would just be a name change, basically gender neutral name. As far as the work, we currently have a service records GIS person who is doing a pretty good job with that, has been doing a good job with that, And so what I'm looking at doing is having that person take on some extra responsibility and move up into a actual management role as opposed to a clerical role. Now, a lot of those clerical activities that that person has been doing, they'll still need to do. But with some of it that will also go over to the, the construction supervisor would still have some of that work to do. And this position that I'm looking to create is called customer service and inventory supervisor. And basically, that person would be responsible for the metering of the department. So our meter repairs, the meter reader himself, meter testing, that kind of thing. Also the locator and the serviceman. So those folks will be reporting up to this person primarily. And then we have the 2 current crews, and then we have that 3rd crew that I'm looking at trying to move forward with to start doing these lead service lines. That's part of the reason why we placed that large order at the last meeting, was to try and get that program going again. And so with 3 crews going around all over town, that's a lot for one person to chase down. And then the distribution superintendent would be obviously supporting both of those folks in what they're doing, plus doing planning, making sure that we've got what we need to do the jobs, making sure that our personnel are being used like they need to be, that sort of thing. So of course, then the next question is what is this going to cost us to do this? I would not be adding an additional person in this situation. So the service records GIS position would basically cease to exist, and that current service records GIS employee as a supervisor would have an increase. If you look at the last paragraph, currently is making $24.23 an hour. The previous distribution foreman was making $26.59. So my recommendation would be that this person would be moved up to $26.59, increase of $236 an hour, about just under $5,000 a year. And it's a non-exempt position, so that if they work past 40 hours, they do get overtime. It doesn't happen very often. So, but if you get a big, like we had that big blizzard, and somebody's in here overnight like that, we should, we should be paid for that, And then we would need to still hire a construction supervisor, which is a position that's currently vacant, if you look at that second one chart. So basically my request is to create the position and to approve the salary recommendation on it.
Is there any certification requirements?
Yes, this position will be required to test for and get the distribution system license, as will the construction supervisor, and the distribution superintendent is also required to get that.
Does this employee know of this yet?
No.
Okay. Do you have any
So we have a
idea
couple of days.
what the feedback will be?
Actually, this person had had mentioned an interest in the original foreman position.
Okay, okay,
So there's interest in
okay.
taking on additional responsibility, additional
okay,
workload that would be involved, so.
okay.
But they don't know I haven't told them I was thinking about it or looking at it yet.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, I do like the thought that if you're going to give more duties, correct? Is there more duties that you are compensating? So I like that. So I'm good with it myself.
Me too.
You need a motion or not?
Yeah, basically I'd have to have a motion to approve the adjustment to the organizational chart and the salary proposed.
I can make a motion for approval of the adjustment to the organizational chart and salary.
Second.
Motion second that we approve the change to the organizational chart and the salary increases that go with it. Any additional discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor?
I
Opposed? Motion carried.
Thank you, appreciate that.
That's good.
Old business,
At this point, I don't have anything for old business.
new business.
Under new business, I was made aware that we have $300,000 of our improvement fund that we've been putting in CDs, certificates of deposit. And those certificates of deposit are completed now. And so I was made aware that if we would like to roll that $300,000 over again, we could do it for 6 months at 4.99% if we do it this week, or 12 months for 4.78. I'm leaning towards 6 months.
Sounds good.
So I guess basically I just need approval to roll that over.
We don't have any cash flow requirements in the next 6 months.
No, not that would impact. And from what I've been told, if it came down to it, if something devastating happened, we could get that money. It's not locked away forever.
All right, so we need a motion for that, right?
Yeah.
You said the 6 months at 4.99%?
Yeah, because the other option's 12 months for 4.78. Seems to make sense, just do 6 months for a higher percentage.
And therefore, certificate of deposits?
Yes.
Okay. I make a motion to allow you to do the certificate of deposit for 6 months at 4.99%? And was it 300,000?
Yes.
Okay. That's my motion.
I'll second it.
There's a motion second that we roll the certificates of deposit, the amount of $300,000 at 4.99% for 6 months. Any additional discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Public comment. Any other?
That was all I had
New
under
business.
business.
Yes, we
Silence.
have no public comment tonight.
Okay.
Director's comments? Okay,
Motion to adjourn.
I'll second it.
we're saying we adjourn.